What's up, everybody? Welcome to another B.M.B podcast. My name is BJ.
This is Mike.
And we're having another B.M. podcast this time.
Yes. Brian is studying right now for his pilot license.
Well, yeah, he's going to be flying the Caribbean, the Gulf of Mexico.
We're going to take this podcast to the air.
Yeah. That would be cool and shit. Podcast?
What is that? The podcast? What do they call that when you have sex on an airplane? The mile high is going to be like the podcast high.
Podcast high.
That kind of sounds like it's something else, but what you going to do?
I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's good to get back on the podcast, man.
Yeah. Everybody, like we've kind of told you guys in the past, we got a lot of stuff going on with life and everything, but we're going to try to keep it going. They might be little short, little snippets and stuff like that. Like maybe like tonight's going to be, but I got a baby, B's working nights, and then Brian's, just always with work. It's always rough. So, but we're always going to try to keep it up, man.
Yeah. My work schedule is crazy now. So it's,
yeah, that's nuts, dude. How long are you going to have to do that? Or is it kind of might be it?
It's, I had to get away from what I was doing. So I was like, okay, this is kind of like, in my mind, it's a temporary thing until I figure out what I'm going to do. But I wanted to focus on moving first, which happy to say that we found a place 100 feet away from where we live now.
Oh, I think that's gonna make it easy, man. I was like, hey, I'll bring the truck over. Let's
we don't. We just go downstairs, walk about 50 feet, and we'll be right there, man.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
At least you guys. Yeah, it's downstairs, and it's much better layout. I mean, granted, we don't have the two masters. That's fine, but like the inside's better. The living room area is a little bit bigger.
Okay.
The patio is way bigger, so we can have more functions in the patio area, like set up our barbecue grills better, and the patio furniture, and they planted like flowers and stuff, and it has like a timer for like to water them. We don't have to pay for water, so I don't care how long they water them.
Leave that out.
Yeah, so no, it's just it's cool. It's like, what, same rent, easy move. Yeah, we could have got something maybe with the garage or even the house, but it's like, let's just do this for right now. One more year, and then after that, we'll see.
And nobody likes moving, man. So that's at least you're just going down the street if you got to move,
Yeah. So that's just down the stairs.
Hey, well then maybe we shouldn't do a goodbye game night. Maybe we should do a welcome game night.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, we'll do a game night. We'll do one.
That's a new place.
Yeah, man. So, what's been going on in the world, brother? A lot of stuff.
Well, all I know is my YouTube has got flooded with Astros, everything, and I've been watching that and going crazy a little bit on that. I have not watched the owners of the Astros apology. I haven't watched any of those guys' apologies. I probably need to listen to some of them, but I'm just glad it's getting dug back up again, because it seemed like it was just going to go underneath the rug and they were just going to sweep it in and things were just going to move on. But I'm glad things have been kicked up and turned up, and it seems like everybody's getting involved. I just seen LeBron James did a text or a tweet or whatever that shit is. And was talking about and I like that he said for like sports. It was like for all sports, you guys need to figure this shit out,
Yeah, pretty much. LeBron said, listen to your players,
because
you can tell a lot of players are upset, and the punishment, the players not getting punished, the players are not having that right now, and then for the commissioner of baseball to say the World Series trophy is just a piece of metal. Oh boy, you know what? That means a lot to these players to bust their asses to get that trophy. And you're going to say it's just a piece of metal? Like, no.
And how, as the commissioner of MLB, you're going to say that? Like, it's nothing. So why are you guys even playing? Like, what does it even matter? Like, why would? And I just seen that he just apologized for that comment too. But I'm just like,
it's too late, because he's pretty much the players are. I'm gonna say the players are gonna be. I don't know if you follow hockey, but Gary Bettman, the
Mm-hmm.
commissioner of NHL, a lot of players are not like him.
Okay.
So Manfred is becoming the hated
Okay.
commissioner now because the way he's conducted this punishment and the whole thing. And look, there's players out there that say those actual players need to get beat for what they did.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And then they talk about like there would be. It sounds like they're going to give more punishment to people that like retaliate against them. You know.
it is because they want to protect the players, which I understand. As a business, you're going to want to protect your players because you don't want them getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to let baseball police baseball. The players police baseball, and let them take that chin music, that side gut rib shot.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
deserve it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got actual players are not taking this seriously, like they didn't do nothing wrong. So those fake apologies are not cutting it for these players, man.
No,
So
not at all.
it's going to be bad. That's why it's going to make baseball very interesting this year.
Yeah, I don't listen to too much sports talk or anything like that, but I was like I said, I've been watching YouTube a lot on stuff.
Yeah.
But they were I don't know who I think it's like Steven. I don't know the announcer or not
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, the guy got like he kind of gets loud, right?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. So him, I thought his because he kind of was like striking back about like none of you players need to bean anybody, do that. Da, da, da. He was just like, look, you guys can do a lot of simple things, and if everybody did this, it would be a disgrace. Like, turn your back to them at like the national anthem. He's like, don't shake their hands, don't do these types of things that are just going to show them that it's just like a way of just being like kind of like an ass to them, you know. And it's just like, I don't know. I thought that was a really good way of doing it because that's something that someone's gonna like. Could you imagine if that happened to them every single game? These guys, all the players that you respected, that you thought were your friends, didn't even shake your hands and all this stuff because you disrespected the game. You know,
Well,
I thought that was a really good way of doing it.
they don't really shake hands in baseball anyway.
That's right. You are right. That's true.
So,
That's like little league shit.
there's players that are upset because look, in that year, there was a pitcher. Oh, I think it was a year after. I don't know. There's people's livelihoods that got taken away. If I'm a pitcher,
Yeah. Look at ours. We got that one guy.
Darvish.
Yeah.
Yeah. You make you seem like you suck when you really don't because look, it's everybody knows it's a big advantage to know what's coming, what pitch is coming. That's a big advantage for the hitter.
It's definitely shown in the home and away batting average.
Yeah. So my problem is, okay, one of the players for the Houston Astros on that 2017 team, Carlos Correa, said that Game 7 in the World Series, we beat. I mean, what happened? It was at Dodger Stadium, and we put a beating down on the Dodgers, and it wasn't in Houston Astros. So he said, I really don't think we had an advantage anyway. I'm thinking to myself, like, dog, you think there would have been a Game 7 if you didn't know all the signs at home? Dodgers probably would have maybe beat you guys in 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm just like, he just made things worse, man. I was like, these Astro players, they have bad PR. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, somebody's really. I mean, I think honestly, like, I think some of these players should be at least expelled for a year. And I don't know how you do that exactly. Like, how do you expel a whole team? But
yeah.
I mean, something needs to happen, like dramatic, because that's like, I think the rings should be taken back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't, whatever about it. You know what? I think it's so tarnished already. Yeah. It's almost like you don't even have to do too much. But I think definitely the ring, and definitely the players should not have got immunity. They should not have got immunity.
Well, the rings are by the owners, so
okay,
the rings don't come back. But the World Series should be vacated for that year. Same thing with the Black Sox in 1919.
They should just give it to the Yankees and us and split it.
Nah, I don't think the Dodgers want it. They don't want it. They just want it vacated. They just want that.
I don't think anybody. Yeah,
okay,
just make
that's it. Just say there was no World Series champ. I think they did that with the Chicago White Sox in the 1919 season because of I don't know if it was the gambling or some kind of cheating scam, something they did.
So they've done this. So they've done this type of thing before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm
Oh,
trying to think.
this should be textbook then.
Yeah, so it should be vacated then. That's
I
all.
think
That's
so.
all. That's all most people want. Like, okay, you didn't earn it. So, I mean, yes, you guys are good players, but who's to say that helped you be that good that year? You know, you don't know how good you would have been. So I would vacate that World Series championship for them. But then there's Brian told me today there's something going on with Boston Red Sox for the year after 2018.
Yeah, I heard the
So
same.
something's about to happen to them too. So I wonder what the hell they did. So because their coach was on the coaching staff of the Astros.
The Astros before.
Yeah, Alex Cora. So we're going to see, man. But yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, I think baseball likes it because they're talking about baseball so early.
Yeah, they say there's
Yeah.
no bad publicity.
No, so ratings are about to jump, especially when the Astros play. Because people want to see what the hell's going to happen. Somebody's head's going to get taken out.
Yeah, if they played us, man, that it would be brutal.
Hey, Angel Stadium is not too far from LA. Dodger fans will go to Angel Stadium.
Oh, I am down to do that. I'll dress up in the Grouch in the trash can. Oh man, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, I know. So, fucking baseball though.
And
But
then Yankees. Could you imagine when they play the Yankees all the time?
they do. The Astros play the Yankees every year. They play the Angels every year. They're just. I mean, they're not gonna play the Dodgers, but I mean, baseball's lucky they didn't play the Dodgers this year because you know how Dodger fans are.
Yeah, we would not let that go.
No.
And I would feel bad. Yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I like as if I'm thinking as like a player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how I would even want to go up and play them again next year. Like, say, like as a Dodger, say if we did have to go play them or the Yankees, how would you even want to go up and like? I don't know. I would be so.
They want to fight them, not play.
Yeah, or not even like. I would just be like I don't even want to play these fools. You know, like how do I know they're not cheating again? And I just like totally like I wouldn't even show up. You know, more of like a disrespectful thing. But I mean, I know that would count as a loss for us. But yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's baseball. They're going to want to play, but
yeah, I guess all these things happen. I mean, there's been a bunch of crazy shit, and then things will move on. But it just sucks when it happens to our team. You know.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Especially the year that we were having, and for that to get taken away from us,
I know that team was that. What would happen if they didn't know? That well, actually, they were doing it the whole postseason, that whole year.
Yeah, who knows if they would even be? I mean, they probably would have made it to the post, but I mean, who knows if they would even have made it to the big show?
I don't know. They did make it to the post if they didn't know all this shit, but we never know though.
Well, I know all I know is I watched the YouTube. I didn't watch it, but I got 5 minutes into it.
Mm-hmm.
They literally had a half an hour of all that type of shit of showing.
Damn.
The boom boom, this boom boom, all this stuff they show. I'm just like, I don't even have the time to go through this shit, but I'm like, how could you not? And some of them they still missed or whatever, but I mean, you can still know to lay off, and then plus you can take a lot more pitches if you know what if you know you're gonna possibly see something.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait. You might not take the first two.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a complete advantage. And I don't know.
No, it's big time. So
see, now my thing is, how do they fix this? Because not to say like, how are you going to stop that from happening? The buzzer, all these types of things, whatever they're saying they used. There's technology is crazy. So like, why don't they have like? So here's my question. So quarterbacks,
mm-hmm.
do their mics in their things shut off, or do they have headsets so it shuts off after they say hike?
Yes.
Okay.
Once they're in the huddle and they get the play call, and they break huddle, it gets cut off. Because if not, it would be like, look out behind you. Here comes a defender, so the quarterback can
exactly.
Yeah, so
hey, look at number 4. He's open.
Yeah. So it gets cut off.
So my thing is, could they do something like this? And the only problem that you have is as a catcher, how are you going to say you can't say anything audible. You can't say anything that they're because then they're going to get a pattern to it, you know.
In that one video, I think you showed me when they played the A's. I don't know if it was you. I think it was you.
When they ran up there and changed it.
Yeah. So the old way of stealing signs was if somebody's on second
base,
they would try to pick up a sign, and then maybe if the guy on second had his hat and he'll do this, he can tell the batter like, hey, here comes a fastball or here comes an off speed.
And I'm okay with that.
That's old school. That's been around.
I'm fine with that.
Ever. Yeah. But there's no like camera and buzzers and things under your shirt because you want to take your damn shirt off and all that bullshit and banging trash cans and all that. You know what? I guess the Astros had one of the Astros players at spring training was banging a trash can. I didn't read into that. I didn't get to read the article, but I wanted to see what the fuck that was all about.
Wow.
But if they're joking around on this, yeah,
they're making it worse. Like
they're making it. Look, I don't care what the commissioner said or what kind of protection, they're going to get it. I feel bad for them because that they have families and their health and all that, but they need to come out and be like just, I'm so sorry, we cheated the game. We shouldn't have done it. We shouldn't be World Series winners. They came out like really, really apologize. Then I think the players and everybody else would be like, okay, we'll ease
everybody's
up.
Still going to be, everybody will still be mad, but it's a different story, if you're saying it like that. But the way they're just doing it, like kind of like backhanded apology and stuff like that, and then I'm trying to think like as fans of the Astros, like how would I feel if the Dodgers were doing that type of shit? Like what would I feel like?
Honestly, as a fan, I would kind of dislike my team
for at least a couple of years until a lot of people moved. But even then, it doesn't stop at the manager. That I don't know. Who knows how much the owner would know, right? Like
I don't think the owner knew shit. That's why he fired the general manager and the manager right away because he didn't know anything. But then, me thinking that, okay, in my mind, the owner fires the manager and the general manager just like that because they're in charge, right? So I'm thinking to myself, the owner's pissed, right? Because he's finding out all his players the team is doing this, right? But then he comes out in an interview saying that in their mind, they're still World Series champs and saying dumb stuff. I'm just like, okay, so he's not really, sorry about what happened. Then I'm just like, come on now, like I don't know. It's okay. Everybody remembers the 1919 White Sox scandal till this day. If you know baseball, everybody remembers Pete Rose cheating. Everybody remembers the steroid era where people cheated. And this Astro thing is going to be the same thing. Everybody's going to remember the 2017 Astros cheated. So it's not going away. It's never going to go away. Never.
No, I think it's even worse than a lot of those things because I remember where somebody just said about the pitcher. One of the pitchers said, "I'd rather go up against a guy that was taking steroids than a guy that knew what the fuck I was going to pitch."
Yeah, true that. It's a big advantage.
Oh, huge. I mean, you can have all the muscle in the world. If you don't know how to swing, that ain't helping you nothing,
Yeah.
I mean, all these guys know how to swing. They made it to the big game.
No, they do. I mean,
yeah. But I mean, they knew what it's obviously they knew it was an advantage because they tried to do this.
Yeah. So on a little lighter note, but it's going to get a little badder. The NBA All-Star Weekend was this past weekend, and I love it was a good game. They changed the format, made it real competitive, and in the fourth quarter, it was the first team to score 24 points. But like attributed to Kobe.
That's cool.
Wins the game, so it made it super competitive. Like players were like playing mad defense, blocking shots, taking charges. You don't see that in All-Star game, so it was pretty cool. Did a good, one team wore number 24 for Kobe, and the other team wore number 2 for Gianna. That was her basketball number.
Oh, that's cute. I'm glad they
Yeah.
incorporated that. I thought you were going to say they wore 8, but
Oh no.
that's
Wait.
cool as hell, dude.
Yeah, so they did that. But on Kobe, I don't know if you heard about the whole. Do you know who Gail King is?
Is that the new? Oh yeah, that newscaster, right? That I heard everybody.
Oprah's homegirl.
Okay, yeah, I heard a little bit about it. I don't know exactly what happened though. I know she just kind of said something in an interview to somebody, right?
Okay, she was talking to Lisa Leslie. WNBA great, girls basketball great, and Lisa Leslie and Kobe are tight. Like
Yeah, that's right. I did.
They've been friends they've been friends forever. Like because she played for the Sparks in LA, Kobe played for Lakers, so they kind of came in around the same time. So Gail's talking to Lisa Leslie, pretty much saying about you being a woman and all the allegations about Kobe's rape, being accused of rape in 2003 and all that, and pretty much Lisa Leslie played it cool. Says, "Look, knowing Kobe as long as I did, Kobe's never been that kind of guy. Like we go somewhere, he'd be like, hey, look at that girl. Can you go get her for me?" So I know NBA players, friends of mine are like that. I've never seen Kobe to be the kind of person or want to put force on a woman like that. But Gail kept, kind of egging it on, trying to say, well, the case got dropped and all this stuff. And pretty much Lisa was like, look, I don't think they want to, why would you bring that up in his death? So, I mean, in his death, like, stop saying shit. Like, why would you say shit? So it's kind of stupid, It's very stupid. So I don't know. Snoop Dogg went crazy on Gail, and man, I swear, Snoop gave it to her, like gave it to her hard. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. So basically, Mike, Snoop Dogg went off on Gail, and he see. Okay, this is the problem I have. Look, as a journalist, I understand you're going to ask those tough questions, right? Yes, it is part of Kobe Bryant's legacy or history of what happened. But if you really look into the case was dropped. The girl had like different men's semen in her, and on her, and then she was known to be a liar. She was bragging about the whole Kobe thing, about how she didn't get money from him. Her friends had said this. So she wasn't legit. She was just trying to get a bag, trying to get that money from him. Case got dropped. She didn't want to testify, So what does that make? Because she knows she was lying. So you look at all that stuff that happened. Why would you think that Kobe did something? I mean, Kobe settled out because look, just because you settle doesn't mean you're guilty. It's just you don't want to keep dealing with this anymore. So I'm looking at it's been 17 years and like this person just died. You got a wife and kids who are grieving right now. A whole fan base worldwide is grieving right now, and you want to bring that up to kind of like tarnish his name, like when he died. Like, no, that's not the time to do that. That is not the time to do that.
Yeah, I totally agree. My thing is like, as a reporter, you weren't talking about that today if he didn't pass. That wasn't the conversation. First of all, you wouldn't even had her on to talk to her if it wasn't for passing. So, and I don't think there's there's a time for all that. Like if they want to have that conversation a little bit after this grieving process, this whole thing, But I mean, at that time, like, yeah, I think that was completely inappropriate. I understand what she was doing as a reporter.
Yeah.
But I mean, she wasn't having this conversation about Kobe. The only reason why she had this conversation is because he died, and why tarnish his name when this happened, and if it was acquitted, if whatever, I don't know, man. I just think that's just low. That's just a low class, It doesn't show much class to me. I mean, I understand what she was doing and all, but
it's bad. That's not the time.
No,
Honestly,
no, no,
that is not the time.
no, no.
Because look it, honestly, nobody's really talked about that in a long, long time. Nobody brings when they were talking about Kobe, he was talking about, how his greatness,
On and off the field.
on all. Yeah, I'm saying like all the stuff he was doing after he retired, winning an Oscar, opening up his sports academy, helping all these little young girls and with the basketball team, helping other NBA players now and working with them, teaching them things. So writing children books. He has a couple books out. So I'm just like, why? Like, why would you do that? And look, I'm mad at Snoop because yes, Snoop went off on her. I can tell he was angry, which everybody was, but then he apologized. Look, I know his mama said you don't talk to women like that, but look, I would tell like, Mama, I'm sorry, but I I'm not going to apologize for this. She was in the wrong. I can't.
What
Like,
did he say? Like the B word or anything? Or
oh,
did he say?
he was like, Gail King, you out of pocket for this. I
Yeah,
said,
that's fine.
he pretty much said, like, I'm gonna be honest, like he said it, like, straight up.
Yeah.
You're friends with Harvey Weinstein. Why you don't talk about him? Why you didn't say all this stuff about him? You know, you always try to bring it, like, I don't know. It seems like her and Oprah are only reporting on any black man doing anything wrong, but all their friends who Harvey Weinstein, Oprah's a spiritual advisor, went to jail for a while now.
What the hell?
For I think he was messing with kids. I don't know if that was true, but yeah, he's in jail for something. So it's like you're black females, but all you care about is the dirt that black men do. But all your white friends, you don't say anything about. You don't question. You don't just keep it consistent.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it with everybody. Don't just do it. So Snoop pretty much called her a doghead bitch.
See, I'm down with everything but the B word,
Yeah, he didn't want to. He's all, should I? He even said to himself, should I say it?
Yeah. I think did you watch that last one or did you listen to that last People's Party with what's the white boy's name that's always around rap?
Michael Rappaport. Yes,
I think they really showed me that when they were kind of talking about that. I learned a lot from People's Party, man. I enjoy their look on everything, and then the B word kind of taught me. I'm like, you know what, that is right, man. I don't need to be using it like that. I think he could have did it in other ways, and I understand that part. If he strikes that out, his mom said, cool, but not going at her.
No,
you shouldn't be. If we're talking about equal rights, I mean, in all honesty, like Me Too movement, I mean, if I could yell at a man in a way, I should be able to do the same thing with a woman. Now, there's also some words I might not say or actually, there's no words I would not necessarily say to a man. But I mean, a woman, I understand that I understand that word is very disrespectful, and I wouldn't say that, unless I was really fucking pissed. But
it is. But Snoop said, "Bitches ain't shit but hoes or tricks." Man, come on now. That's
yeah, right, huh, Mama? You taking all those checks from that shit, though, right?
But no, look, she deserves the backlash right now. And so Oprah all crying, my friend Gail's not okay. I'm like, look, she was in the wrong. I mean, she shouldn't be asking things like that. So
yeah, I don't.
That's not that time. It's not the time.
I mean, they spoke about that 17. I didn't even know it was that long ago. 17 years. I mean, you spoke about that 17 years ago, and things were said, and like you said, like they settled and move on. I mean, in my mind, the only two people that really, there's only three people that affects and should be able to talk about that moment is his wife, Kobe, and the girl. That happened to, and you shouldn't be bringing that up to that girl. That's just Kobe's friend for one thing. I forget her name, the basketball player, but it just completely wasn't appropriate.
No, and you got to realize when that was happening, whenever Kobe would play the Nuggets in Denver, because it happened in Colorado,
okay,
fans would say some nasty stuff to Kobe in the stands, have signs and stuff about when the whole rape case was going on. Even after it was settled, they still were, and they finally got over it and forgot about it, But and Kobe already went through that. He went through that. It was something that, yes, we weren't there. We don't know exactly what happened. But if somebody raped me, oh hell yeah, I'm going to court and making sure that person's going to pay. I'm not going to say, oh, I don't feel like testifying. Like why?
Yeah, you're gonna follow all the way through.
Yeah, like why? Like what happened?
I don't
You
know, but if somebody threw me some cheddar, though, I might take it and take it. And just,
know?
I'm not. I'm just being honest, though. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm like, I want money and I want you to suffer. You're gonna get
Yeah,
both.
yeah. But can you get both?
Yeah, you probably could.
Do you think if okay, hypothetically, somebody that is
I
settling,
don't know how the justice system works. Yes, what
yeah,
I'm
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I think you're gonna get more for settling than so.
Yeah, yeah, probably so, but
So I
still,
might just be like, yeah, I might just take the money.
yeah, I don't know.
If I'm being completely honest with you.
Yeah, but if you followed the case and you knew exactly what happened, there was she wasn't going to win anyway.
Yeah, a lot of the
So
things. Yeah, I remember a lot of that stuff. Yeah, that was rough.
you can tell she was lying. So, but it's all good though. But no, man. I mean, the finish up with the whole sports and this negativity we have in sports. Um, baseball is starting, so
Yeah,
it's a good thing. Baseball's starting up. I'm very excited this year. The big trade we got Mookie Betts and David Price from the Red Sox.
yeah, that's
Dodgers looking good. I mean, right now they're the favorites. Vegas has them as the favorites to win the World Series. I still don't like her pitching as
yeah.
much, but I can't wait for the season to start. Dodgers need to redeem themselves, bring that championship back to La La Land. The All-Star games in LA this year, so I want to go somehow, get some tickets because I know it's gonna be expensive, but I don't give a fuck. I'll find a way. But yeah, man.
Is
So
Price a closer or an opener?
no, David Price is he used to be a better pitcher to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he pitched good against the Dodgers in the World Series in 2018. I can't lie.
Yeah.
So he's a champion. He kind of has that Kershaw stigma about him, where in the postseason he doesn't perform as well. So, but we'll see. I think this team is after the whole Astros thing. I think this team is pissed off, and they're going to play pissed off, and they're going to want to. Yeah, they're going to come out and kill everybody.
Yeah, probably showed that they got something to prove,
So I think this team has it. It's going to be good,
If we go back and we win, if we go to the World Series and we win, they should just hand us two of them. At that point in time, I'm just like, bro.
Yeah, because as the commissioner says, just a piece of metal. Give us two,
Hey, we'll take it.
Yeah,
sure, I'll take it.
I know, huh? But yeah, man. I mean, we'll switch it up a little bit. I haven't really watched much lately, but there's been some shows that I mean, yeah, Brian was here. He'll have a freaking Bible list of things he's been watching. But I don't know. I'll ask you about this. He told me about a show called The Outsiders on Netflix. I don't know if you watched it, and what else you've been watching? No, you haven't watched it.
No, not The Outsider. I think that's on HBO, if I recall.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is HBO. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard good things about it though. But no, I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't actually. Me too. I haven't watched much either. But
yes, you have. You've been watching Lyric.
Watch Little Man Grow, man. Yeah, no word. Yeah. But I did watch. I'm watching a documentary right now, which I'm not even completely through yet. But it is talk about somebody that is just does not give up. It's a Netflix comedy or Netflix documentary called Uppity, and it's about Willie T. Ribbs, and he's a NASCAR race car driver, or he's just a driver. Period. He's a black driver in the 70s and the 80s, and then starting into the 90s. I'm assuming I haven't got there yet, but he just wanted to make it to the Indy race cars. And he would just race anything anybody would give him. And just listening to the things that he had to go through, that is as a white sport. You know what I mean? All like race. I mean now national. Like I'm sorry, like Europeans do a lot of it and stuff like that, and everything also. But but his the documentary is great though. All the things he has to go through. He literally has guys that are in his pit crew that are trying to just ruin him, just mess, not give him the right motors, not give him this, and it's just he just cannot get a break. All these guys aren't giving him a, you know, like he the owner likes him, but all the guys underneath would fuck with him. And then he just would jump to this type of race, this type of race, and this type of race. And then I'm just watching it. And I don't know, it's just a great documentary just about just never giving up. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it's a really uplifting thing so far. And I just love how he met Muhammad Ali started jumping on him and started helping him out.
Yeah.
And teaching him how, like, hey, you're gonna have to deal with this and this. And then Bill Cosby, at the time where Bill Cosby was great, he was just like sponsored him and helped him get started again and all this stuff. And it's just like, I never even heard of him until this documentary.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I also want to watch another documentary because I guess Netflix did a documentary on Malcolm X.
Oh, okay.
And it literally opened up.
Oh, the killing of the
Malcolm X? The case. Because like, you know, like when you watch it, like if you lay it out after so many times and like all, because like at that point in time, also like people weren't sharing a lot of their detective work and stuff like that. But if you can collect it all together, and I guess they presented a great case. And they're going to reopen up the case of the killing of Malcolm X. So I thought that was
we
insane
know,
power.
We know it was an inside job. Everybody knows.
No word.
Yeah, it was. It was funny because I was watching the interview yesterday about Louis Farrakhan. It was Alex Jones interviewing Louis Farrakhan, which, if you know Alex Jones is, you would never think Alex Jones and Louis Farrakhan would come together and talk. But it was great dialogue. It was like, look, people. He pretty much Louis Farrakhan. He says he realized that I've been around black people all my life, and my black people know who I am. Mm-hmm. White people don't know who I am, so let me give them opportunity to understand how I feel, how I think, so they understand me. And it was I didn't get to finish it all because it was kind of long, but it was kind of good. It was good dialogue. You realize that both of them have the same. They want like the same thing for the world, you know, same thing for America. You know?
It's just like that. It's just like that one. I forget that rapper's name. Well, hold on. First of all, we have to announce that we have a special guest.
We have a special guest, Mr. Brian.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, Brian decided to join us. He got done studying.
I'm gonna fail anyway, so fuck
it. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Nah, man. Shit, it just brings back the old college days, bro. But no, I was listening to what you guys are saying. I know I missed a little bit. Talked about the Astros, I'm sure. Talked about who the Angels opened up with and shit week one.
No, we didn't Angels do? No, we don't talk about that.
Angels, no. Check this out. It's crazy, dog. There's Dodger fans that are buying tickets for week one against the Angels because the Angels are hosting the Astros.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Go the game.
So I'm thinking about going, dog. You know what's weird? Hold on, I'm trying to get you guys sidetracked, but the guy that cuts my hair, he told me something crazy. He goes, Bri, because we were talking about the Astros and shit like that. He goes, if you ever look at the Washington Nationals catcher, every fingernail is painted differently. And you know how you guys watch quarterbacks, they have the wristbands. So if the fucking pitcher went one, like with his finger, like a pink red, that meant fastball. They basically outsmarted the Astros because they got wind of this shit like 2 years ago as well.
Oh, that's smart.
It's fucking dirty, bro. I mean, the whole thing. But he was telling me that, and I Googled that shit because I showed him the YouTube video that you sent me, Mike, about the rookie. And that guy was running up for Rookie of the Year, by the way, from the Astros.
Which one?
So, the homeboy
with the sticker, like it looked like a sticker.
Number 40, number 44.
And I was kind of leery on that one because after a while I was looking at it, I'm like, what is that, a buzzer? Like how? I mean, I know technology nowadays is insane.
Yeah,
but the question I also have is how do you fix this?
That's what they're saying.
Like you can't now that this is done. They can easily have a camera at every single stadium. So in my eyes,
or someone policing it.
Yeah, in my eyes now, it's like you've got to, as a pitcher and a catcher, like we've got to come up with a new way of doing this.
They will.
Yeah, and it sucks because you know who Tony Gwynn, God rest his soul, he was the one that started. Hey, you know what? I want to fix my swing, and that's what a lot of the guys were doing. They were fixing their swing. How videotaping? They were doing it the right way, and these fucking goombas, they took advantage of it, and they basically fucked everybody out. You know, and it sucks because now, I guess moving forward, you're not going to be able to record your swing and fix your swing. You're gonna have to do it the old fucking way and fucking manually do it. It's crazy.
Hey, bud, you want to sit down or something? You know what I'm saying? Make a lot of noise back there, bud.
But yeah,
it's been crazy. Did you guys talk about the Academy Awards?
No, because you know me, I don't know much.
We haven't made it to. We're barely getting on shows right now.
We're getting on shows right now. We're already 40 minutes in.
Alex Jones, Infowars.com.
We're talking about that right now.
Yeah, but on that though, it's like that one Jonah Lucas song that he writes about, like the racist black guy, and then, or not the racist black guy, but the racist white guy, and then just the black guy, and they're giving their points of view, you know. But if you really think about it, like we all want the same fucking thing. They both wanted the same fucking thing, you know. So it kind of reminds me of that Alex Jones and Farrakhan interview. That's interesting. I'd love to hear that because Alex Jones to me he's outer space, man. That guy's insane.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Infowars.com.
But I give him props. I don't know whose platform they were on, but I give him props for even hosting it.
It was on his, and
that makes me kind of like him a little bit, you know.
Yeah, and I was reading the comments. I mean, I follow Alex Jones for actually a minute.
Really?
You know what? I got no respect for him, bro. After the Newtown shit in Connecticut, and he finally admitted that he fucked up.
Oh well, this was beforehand. I didn't listen to him at that time. It was way before that.
No, I followed this fool. There's a lot of things that he won't. He's stubborn as. I mean, everyone has their own opinion about the guy.
Yeah.
He looks stupid as fuck, just like Rush Limbaugh getting the fucking Medal of Honor.
I know, like really, Rush Limbaugh.
That could have went to anybody else, but not that fucking guy.
No,
you know, fuck. After what he said about black quarterbacks, and I don't know, man. Fuck him.
Yeah, no, he's no bueno though. But we're getting into what we're watching. And I said Brian's probably watched like a million shows right now. And so what you been watching, brother?
How to fucking fly an air pilot drone, dog.
Yeah?
Nah. That's a fucking oh my god. Latitude, longitude.
Mm-hmm.
No. You know what I did? I do it every year. You kind of want to watch the Academy Awards, kind of like what's the movie, what's popping. I watched 1917.
Yeah.
I watched 1917. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was actually really good, definitely intense.
Uh-huh.
And then my boy and I, we watched the new Sonic. Loved it. I'm just happy to see Jim Carrey back. And if you guys haven't seen any of Jim Carrey, if you watch Jim Carrey on Colbert, or even for some reason I love Lights Out with David Spade. They're just down to earth. And there's one with David Spade, Dennis Miller, Kevin Nealon, and Norm Macdonald. I fucking love, dude.
Oh yeah,
he's a fucking riot. And the three of those guys, the former update desks, they're all on there, and they're heckling the shit out of David Spade, and it's fucking hilarious. But Jim Carrey was on with David Spade, and Jim Carrey, dude, he's a fucking artiste, number one. And number two is he's a smart motherfucker. He's fucking crazy, but he's smart, and he's very he knows his shit, you know. And the one question that they asked him was, would you go back to stand up? And he said it's definitely it's in the works, because he's really close with Chappelle and Eddie Murphy and all them. I would love to. If you've never seen Jim Carrey back in the early 90s before In Living Color, fucking hilarious.
I would love to see that. I've never seen a Jim Carrey stand up.
He was known as James Carrey for that.
Yeah. It was, on Living Color it said James Carrey. That's right. It did say James Carrey.
Yeah, I think I've seen little clips of him, but I don't think I really ever watched a whole show of his. But That guy, like to me, like his stand up or his acting is insane. I think it's very underrated what he does.
Whew.
We've been talking a lot about the People's Party with Tyler Quali's podcast, and it also showed me about Jim Carrey was the guy from Blackish, the lead actor in Blackish. He was
Anthony
in
Anderson?
Yeah, Anthony Anderson was in what was that one where he was his kids? He was
Hang
his
Time.
father. Huh?
No.
Oh, you're talking about Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah, Me, Myself, and Irene. And he was just talking about how brilliant Jim Carrey was, and like how he taught him a lot of stuff, and I've always thought he was insane. I know that's some of the hardest thing to do sometimes is comedy, and I hate that it doesn't get represented the way it should.
Oh my god, that movie was pretty funny. But then that documentary,
that was hilarious, man. Just the way they all just did that, like they acted like nothing, and they were like, "Oh, daddy," it was just like the funniest thing.
Man, what do you think? Jesus, Charlie, those sausages are bigger than those kids' dicks because he had black kids and he's a white guy. I fucking love that part, dog.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
Much cheater on the taco. And then fucking when he was Andy Kaufman, that documentary is fucking just nuts.
Yeah,
how he was Andy Kaufman. You just watch it and you're like, even Danny DeVito was like, I'm producing this and this is what we're dealing with. It was fucking crazy, dude. But we watched Sonic the Hedgehog. Definitely good. I liked it. Definitely got the video game vibe back. But the one movie that even my boy and I, we watched that I actually really like, and I got to give mad props to Taika Waititi, is Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit is the fucking shit.
Yes, that is my boy. I am like the hugest fan for Watiki. Everything he does from his very first movie, Boy, to I think Where the Wilders Are or something like that. There's another one, not that book, but there was another one that he did that's great. And then even I guess he was a part of Flight of the Conchords. That HBO show, and then he does another one called it's about vampires after dark or something like that, and it's hilarious, man. That guy, I'm like, that's my I will follow anything he does. I cannot wait to watch that movie. I heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah, it's actually really it's he plays Hitler.
Yeah,
yeah, but it was actually really good. It's powerful. Jewish and Hitler and all that stuff. But it was we watched it. It was good. It was coming by surprise because I didn't think Aiden would get into it, and we both did, and we were just like, it's actually really good. He loves Taika because of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Then I've been watching Narcos. Mexico's back, fucking fire already. I'm already on episode 5. And then the one series that Mo got me hooked on is back. It's called Good Girls. It's actually a really good series, and season 3 just came out. So I haven't watched it yet, but I've been more stuck on Narcos. And then on the side note, there was a documentary on ESPN about Michael Vick. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I totally recommend it. It is fucking fire.
On what?
Michael Vick?
ESPN did the 30 for 30s. They did this one. It was right before the Super Bowl and after, and it just shows you everything about Michael Vick and the dogs and just all kinds of shit. Crazy, man. Real good. He even. I mean, it shows him when he was in jail and stuff like that too.
Damn. I didn't even know they had the Michael Vick one. I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's fire. I liked it a lot.
I watched the stand-up Tom Papa on Netflix. That thing was hilarious, man. I've heard Tom Papa from an old podcast I used to listen to, Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer, I like Jim
actually, it was like an XM. Yeah, it was like an XM TV or XM channel show that he used to have, and then it went to a podcast. And they'd always talk about Tom Papa and stuff like that. He was like a friend of the show, And I've just always heard the name, but never really listened to his stand-up at all. And I listen to his stand-up, man. It's like somebody getting older, and having kids and just like dealing with life as getting older. I was dying. Me and Laura were laughing at her. We were laughing left and right. We were not expecting it because I just threw it on, but that was good, man. So I recommend that.
You know what?
Sorry. and Liza Jones, or what's her name?
Leslie
Something-
Jones. Leslie Jones.
And hers was hilarious. It was good. Sorry, go ahead, B.
It's fucking raunchy, bro.
What I want to buy us all, so we'll wear it when we do a podcast, when we have it recording like this. I got to get the Dion Cole slap shirts. He's selling those now.
Yeah.
So sounds like a plan. We got to get the slap shirts, dog. I was like, oh shit,
cold peanut butter.
Yeah, when I saw that he was selling those shirts, I was like, oh, I gotta get me one. Gotta get me one. Hilarious. Yeah. But if that's all y'all watching, man, Brian, I know you've been bumping some new stuff. I've heard it.
Hold on, I forgot to mention one. There's one series. My bad, bro. I've been sidetracked with this being a pilot.
I think I mentioned it.
That I'm gonna feel is The Outsider.
Yeah, I did mention it.
Yeah, he mentioned it for you.
Yeah. Oh my god. If you guys haven't watched it, I got some fucking nightmares over it. The book is more intense.
You sleep with the night
I had
light?
a fucking crazy. Not yet, but I'm telling you, if you guys haven't watched The Outsider, watch the first couple episodes, and you'll be tripping out. Mike, I know you'll be hooked in a heartbeat. The wife might not want to watch it because it's scary, but it's fucking crazy. It's crazy good. Stephen King book, obviously. Jason Bateman, a bunch of others in there. The girl that played Harriet Tubman's in it. She's actually really good in this too. I can't think of her name.
Who played Harriet Tubman? Who the hell was that?
That new movie, that movie that came out.
Who played a new Harriet Tubman movie?
It was all
our old one.
No, new. This I didn't even hear about this thing.
She was nominated. Yeah, it was really low key.
But the movie looks great.
She was nominated.
Yeah, I didn't even know that thing even came out. I was tripping out about that when the Oscars came out.
But I would definitely The Outsider, dude. If you guys can stream it because it's fucking crazy. Like I said, you get into the couple fucking of the episodes, and you're like, holy shit, it's nuts.
Okay.
So, and have any of you guys seen Bad Boys yet, or no?
No, I gotta see it though. Yeah. Have you seen it, Brian?
No, man, I haven't.
Yeah, so
I got one that I forgot to mention was it's on Hulu called Letterkenny. It's like a Canadian show. I don't know if you guys ever watched like Trailer Park Boys. Probably not.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
It's just this funny show about these guys just drinking and just having a good time, man. Letterkenny is just like some of the most. I mean, Canada for one thing has the best comedians like towards like acting and stuff like that, and they're the smartest people for comedy. They just go on these tangents, and they did this tangent about when you're in a restroom and when you're in two stalls together. We as men, we have to like make our presence known that you're in there. If it's either like clearing your throat,
or I do that,
or saying something. Like they go on this and it's just like I was telling Laura about it, and she's like, I don't understand why you would do that. I'm like, no, it's a guy code. It's like you just let them know that you're next to them. She's like, well, why would you do that? And it's so funny because the show, they're just like, yeah, you just let them know just in case they fart, whatever. They know that they can't just fart, And it's just so funny because it's like the stupidest thing that we do that nobody ever talks about. And they literally.
You know what's funny, Doug? I think about that. I'm always mad when I'm not the loudest guy that has the deepest piss.
There's
that guy next to you that's got that fucking like that, and you're like, it's like, God damn it, I'm the fucking loser on this one.
You try to push harder.
Yeah, you try to get that fucking loud ass pee to going in, dog. Like, oh hell yeah. But there's the time, dude, no lie, like where you've held it so long. There's like 4 people that are next to you that 4 people walk to the next stall to the right of you, and you're still peeing. You've held that fucking. It's like, fuck, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, that's funny though, dude. Yeah, I've tried to get the deepest pee, and I never works.
So what about music, boys?
Oh, musica. I've been listening to D Smoke. D Smoke, if you know who D Smoke is, I guess D Smoke won that Rhythm and Flow, that one show on Netflix. Is it Netflix? I think so. That Rhythm and Flow show.
Yes.
With Cardi B, whatever. Is it Cardi B, right? I don't know. I haven't watched it
B.M.B.
because I'm not a big fan of Cardi B, but
She's
Rhythm and
fine.
Flow. So D Smoke is the brother of, if you ever heard of an artist called Sir who signed to TDE, the singing brother.
Yes, sir.
D Smoke is dope. Like he he sounds like Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna be honest with you, he sounds just like Kendrick Lamar, which is funny. Um, but he's very intellectual. Like he's more like to me, he's more of no, I'm not going to say like a conscious rapper, but I'm going to say D Smoke's more like a introspective, make you think about life situations kind of rapper. And he also spits in Spanish, and he's black,
Hmm.
so he does both.
That's
He'll
big.
he'll he'll, he'll hit you with the Spanish, and then he'll go back to the English, just like, oh shit, I've never, for a black man, he'd be like, what the hell, you wouldn't expect that. So, real good album. It's called Black Habits, the album. I mean, he has songs. I mean, one of my favorite girl artists. There's a song with Jill Scott on there. Yeah.
Hmm.
So D Smoke has a song with Jill Scott. His brother's on there on featured on one, but it's just a real feel good, introspective kind of album. So I'm really loving this D Smoke album right now. So I've been really bumping this one lately. Is the D Smoke.
That's the
And
guy that won the Netflix show, right?
yeah, Rhythm and Flow.
Mhm.
So also, but I think I know you want to talk about the guy, but I did listen to the new J. Rue album, and I'll let you get on that, Mike, because I know that's
No,
something.
you know what? I liked it a lot. I just didn't. I expected a lot more, to be completely honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I liked his beats. Beat selection was fire. A lot of his stuff was good. Don't get me wrong, but I think I was just so anticipating this album so much that I almost I don't think he could have ever met my expectations, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, definitely. I love the beats.
Yeah.
Beats. It was a good album. It was a cool album.
Mhm.
Dog, some of his beats, dog, I wish I had like 220s in the back, because some of that bass, I was like, damn. Like I just want to be like, boom. I was like, damn, whatever sound they're using for that bass is crazy. Because that one song, I was like, damn, she got like a lot of bass to it. I was like, damn, how the hell they get that sound? So, but no, it's a cool album. But yeah, I just been on that D Smoke, man. That it's just been real cool for me lately, though. That's all I've been bumping. But
Yeah, I haven't gone completely in it yet. I think I'm like 3 songs in, but I think I got to go back and listen to it because I love that intro. Or there was like an intro to a song where he's at school with his mom, or like before the kids go to school and stuff like that. I just think it's just badass, like a little chant that they gave. I thought it was really cool. But yeah, I definitely want to listen to that one. And who's this Pop Smoke guy that passed away today?
okay,
I don't know much about this dude.
I found out about him today. I have no clue. I
Okay.
guess 50 Cent was mentoring him.
Uh,
He's 20 years old. He's from Brooklyn. He was living in LA. Supposedly, he got a home invasion. 4 guys came in with masks, shot him up. We don't even know if they even stole anything. I don't know if it was just to kill him or to take something. So I guess he was posting something on Instagram or something last night.
mm-hmm.
And or the day before, and he was, I guess it was like a gift bag, and it kind of flashed, it showed his address, so without him realizing it. So look, la la is known for home invasions like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And they like to go after celebrities. So you hear about Chris Brown house got robbed. I think I forgot who else, what other celebrities have been robbed in the past years or so, but it's been going on for a long time. LA known for home invasions. Those guys will definitely, if you know where you live, they're gonna set something up. So, yeah, they came in there and doop doop doop, and shot him up. I didn't know. I had no clue who he is. I never heard of his music. I didn't even know he existed until this morning.
I think I seen some of his stuff, but I've never listened to him at all.
Okay. Yeah, I never listened to him at all. I had no idea who he was. I don't have no idea. But I better not hear Legend. anywhere about this kid because nobody knows who this guy is really.
Nah,
No,
I don't think
no,
they can say that. I mean,
nah. He has nothing out. He was only 20, which sucks. He has his whole life ahead of him, you know.
I know.
You
That's
know,
such a shame, man.
yeah. When people, I want to now, it's gonna make me go listen to his music to see how he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man. But
I haven't been listening too much. I've been trying to listen to here and there, but those two albums, that D Smoke, like we talked about, I need to go back and listen to that one completely. But I listened to somebody by the name of Eric the Architect. I think he's like a producer of some sort. Some of stuff's kind of weird. But man, there's a couple tracks on some of his stuff that I was like fire. I've been trying new apps here and there. I've been trying since Google Music's going away. I've been just jumping into a couple things. At first, I did Tidal. I really enjoyed Tidal because they would show me the engineer and the producer, and I could follow them that way, you know. But other than that, I haven't really found out anything. So then I jumped to YouTube Music because I know I can. That's where my Google Music's going to go to, and so I dived in there saying, "Hey, I might as well get used to this." So they had this really cool thing though called Discovery Mix. Mm-hmm. So you go through there and you kind of listen to some of your music, and I think it knows probably because Google Music and YouTube they're related.
Yeah,
so but they have this thing called Discovery Mix, and it shows me all this music that I love. And it's not music that I already listened, like that's in my playlist. Mm-hmm. It's the other tracks from those artists that I'm like, damn, like I don't even think I even paid that song any attention at the time when I listened to that album, but this is nice. And then it would be another one, same thing, and another one. I'm like, this is like, it's like my personal play mix. It's really trippy. I really enjoyed it actually a lot. But what were you going to ask me? You were going to ask me about YouTube Music?
Why are they getting rid of Google Play? I didn't research. Like, what was the point?
My opinion is YouTube is such a huge thing itself. So to get the most views, to get the most stuff, they might as well incorporate Google Music into YouTube. So that's just YouTube Music and YouTube. So it's just like one thing. So so I just heard now that you're going to be able to incorporate all your playlists. So that was my thing that I was like, oh God, I got to figure out something. So they're going to migrate your playlists to that.
How would they do that?
Because
automatically?
Yeah, automatically.
Okay.
Because there's been an uproar.
I kind of like YouTube Music because you can play the video too.
Me too.
The options, like I'm like, oh shoot, so you can play the video if you wanted to too.
Yeah. So check out though and try to find like where it says Discovery Mix. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check that. I didn't see that. So
see, I thought it was gonna just show me a bunch of like new stuff, but it's actually like even like it's like of the artists that I like, but it shows like it just mixes up their music and it's like stuff that I normally don't really have on my playlist.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I'm like, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like discovering new music just randomly.
Yeah, me too. Because that's what I thought that was. I'm like, oh, it's going to just show me some new stuff that's out and that might be hot, you know? But it's not even like that. It's showing me like old stuff that I should have been listening to that I didn't even pay attention to the B-sides of their songs, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is this guy cleaning blinds right now?
He's doing something. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
I don't know.
He's in a squatty potty or something.
Yeah. This guy's... What the hell are you doing, though?
Oh no, one of my blinds fell down.
Oh, okay.
We're not doing a podcast or anything.
Yeah, nothing like that, you know. Like, were you naked out there or what? What's going on? You want somebody to see you?
No, one of my blinds fell down when I was like laying down right now. Listening to you guys.
Okay. You laying down naked with some Sade or what? What's going on?
Nah.
You been playing any music, Ryan? Bumping any music or what? Anything?
Yeah. Come on now, cuz.
Yeah, I know you.
Yeah, I listen to every fucking thing. No, I've been, you know what? Everything, bro. I listen to a lot of things. Asking Alexandria just came out with a brand new fucking couple songs, some fucking hardcore metal. It's fucking fire. I don't know if you guys know this, but back in December, D'Angelo came out with a single, Unshaken. Not bad.
I think I might listen to that.
Yeah, you would. I'm surprised you haven't listened to that, man.
I think I might have.
Yeah, it's not that first album, dog, or even fucking Voodoo. But
No.
I kind of was sampling that shit because it's D'Angelo, no matter what. I mean, that's
Yeah,
Chony
yeah.
droppers, dog.
Yeah.
And Aaron May, the guy kind of sounds like a little bit like J. Cole from Houston. All 18 of them, 18 years old of them. He's a fucking good rapper, man. Definitely caught my attention. I think you guys listened to him a little bit. His album came out late last year and just it's picked up some steam, and I listened to it a lot. So yeah, that's pretty much that, and some fucking yacht rock, dog. That's it, brother. Some Hall & Oates, baby. Some fucking Bob Welch. Bob Welch.
Bob Welch, huh? The pitcher?
No, never. If Aiden was here, he would laugh his butt off, but y'all don't get it.
No. Okay.
Oh, and the last thing, dude, I keep forgetting, man. Curb Your Enthusiasm. If you guys haven't watched this past episode, fucking watch it. It is fucking hilarious. JB Smooth is the shit, man.
Oh, he's hilarious, man.
Yeah, I gotta watch that show because every time you have it on, Brian, and in there, I would start laughing and shit. That shit's
It's fucking
rolling.
Yeah, I've never. I think I've got an episode here and there, but I've never really listened to their stuff or watched the video.
If you're a Seinfeld guy, you'll love Curb.
Yeah, he's the other writer, right?
Well, he is the writer. He's the man.
Him and Jerry.
Yeah, him and Jerry. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the man. Well,
yeah.
We're coming to the end, fellas. Anybody got any picks for anything?
Yeah, I do. If you know what, I don't know if some of you guys have sensitive stomachs out there. I picked up some oat milk made of oats, and it's actually fucking smooth, man. You can actually drink it with a glass or with cereal. I drink it with cereal. I've never been a cereal fanatic, and I got hooked on it again. But oat milk, straight whole oats, doesn't fuck your stomach up or anything like that. Definitely, it's an eye opener.
Is there like oats in there, like the flakes or whatever?
No, I don't know what it's just. It's smooth, man. Like it's and obviously because if you drink a lot of soy, it gives you nipples. So yeah, you gotta be careful with that shit. You know, so oat milk, man. That's my pick.
Okay, some oat milk. Pick. I have a pick. I am picking the Dodgers to win the World Series this year. That's my pick.
It's too soon for that, Doug.
Hey, I'm saying it right now. It's a with everything that's happening. It's a mission. It has to go the Dodgers' way this year. It just has to.
Nah.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know. We got mad, man. We'll see.
And
hey, like how Michael says, dog, you believe miracles?
It's gonna be funny because it's gonna be like the last couple of years. I'm gonna come in the living room. You're gonna be on the couch while they end up playing, and you're gonna be watching them Dodger game. That's what's gonna happen.
Mike, you farting or something, dog?
I thought I was the
only shit too.
I thought I was the only one to see that.
I thought
it has to do with my pick, man. I don't know the guy's name, so I put it in this other thing, so like I type out his name and then it reads it to me, and you guys are talking, so I'm like trying to like zone in and close my eyes.
Yeah, that was great. Fucking Mike put that shit on mute, like fuck.
That was concentrating hard too.
Because because it will play the audio through here, so I'm like trying to not focus on you two talking and focus on whatever like the little thing that's coming up. Oh my god, that is hilarious! I forgot I was on camera. But anyways, we'll roll into my pick on that one. Oh my god, Ryan. I don't know. I think his name is Hummingston. It's a YouTuber. He does like workout mixes and workout routines, and he doesn't focus on like being like lifting the most heaviest thing or doing anything like that, but he just focuses on like actually just doing good rhythm or good like motions, and it doesn't have to be heavyweight, lightweight, but just make sure you're hitting what you need to hit and focusing on those muscles. And he shows you little tricks on just making sure you isolate certain areas. So, and this dude just blowing up right now. I've been following him for the past 2-3 months, and his YouTube channel is just going crazy. So Ryan Hummingston.
I'll piggyback off of that for a pick with the whole workout thing. His name, I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned this before. The YouTube is called Athlean. If you look it up, it'll say Athlean or something like that. It's a guy who trains
Oh yeah,
yeah, he trains like professional players.
Athlete X.
Athlete X, yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, I've been watching that guy forever, man.
Yeah, I follow him, and a lot of things that I used to do, I remember at the gym that are bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I have my little bench behind me, as you see it standing up.
Yep.
So when I do there are certain, the flies, the dumbbell workouts, he said those are bad. You have to do those, on the ground. It's better for your body. So I pick up little techniques and little things from him not to do. Even though it's not like I go to the gym all the time, as you can tell, but when I do go back to the gym eventually, it's good to know things are not gonna, what's gonna give me the most out of a workout, what's not, what's bad for me. And he's very informative, and you can tell he knows his stuff, big time. He's been doing it for a long time. So, Athlete X, definitely check him out on YouTube. I've been following him for probably maybe about 3 years now.
Yeah, that dude's a monster, and he's got that little scrawny guy now with him that he likes.
Yeah, his homie's funny, but his body's different now, right?
From the very beginning, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's been putting in work though. But it was funny because that guy used to train Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was on one of his episodes. He used to train him. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I wonder if that's that trainer that that Antonio didn't pay.
Oh shit.
Because Antonio was going out not paying people for a while now. But in that off, Antonio Brown's been apologizing for everything lately, which is good. It's progress. Because I think after he went to jail, the judge told him you need to go to counseling. That's mandatory issued. So I think he's been getting it, and he's been coming out interviewing and apologizing to Steelers and Raiders and so we'll see. He might get a chance back in, but not this year coming up, but maybe the year after. So, but
I don't see it.
Yeah, he'll be a Cowboy soon.
He's gonna be an Astro.
I'll just play. He's gonna be an Astro.
Yeah, he's gonna be an Astro.
That's funny, but that's gonna be it. Episode 52. Brian, who's the famous number 52?
Khalil Mack.
There you go, Khalil Mack. There you go. You got the famous 52. But that's gonna be
Johnson.
Pepper Johnson. Yeah, Pepper Johnson just got fired.
Got fired.
How you get fired on your first game? This first game of the season, you get fired just like that.
We'll talk about that next time.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna be it for this podcast. We'll see you guys later.
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Bye.
Subscribe to B.M.B Podcast on iTunes to listen, comment, and review. And you can also listen on YouTube and podbean.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at B.M.B Podcast 3, and also on our Facebook fan page where you can vote on polls and stay up to date on future podcast episodes.